Alright, what's going on everybody? It's Liam here and welcome to today's video on the channel. And in today's video, I have a commentary for y'all. And we are going to be bringing up the question of should Wizard101 be free to play in 2023? Now, this is a pretty hot topic in the community over the years. And I figured now would be a great time to bring it up considering KingsIsle has made Wizard City free again, actually, for the third time in the last 2 months. It's free now. So, in case you want to get this free to play Wizard City, I'll be throwing up on screen right now the Twitter code. You'll get a starter pack and a bunch of stuff, which is pretty cool and helpful to help you get into the game. And obviously you can quest up multiple characters as well if you would like to. But, yeah man, without further ado, let's get right into the video. So when we're talking about Wizard101 being free to play in 2023, we need to look at the current gaming market right now and compare that to what Wiz has at the moment. So obviously back in the day when Wiz was at its peak and its prime and stuff like that, obviously the loot box system was pretty popular and the membership model was obviously very popular as well. But over the years, it's been over like a decade now and stuff like that, that's kind of fallen out of the quote-unquote gaming meta, if you will. A lot of games nowadays are free to play to try and capitalize on, players and especially casual players, player retention, If people join up and see a paywall right away, they're not going to want to keep playing, right? You need to keep your players, enticed and interested in the game they're playing, or else they're just not going to play it. An example I'm going to bring up here is Call of Duty. Call of Duty multiplayer over the years has been pretty bad, but Warzone really gave some, fresh air into that series because of the free-to-play nature. A lot of people could casually get into it, and I really think Wiz should adopt some of that into their game. So if they combine this with, pretty good marketing efforts, which, I have seen them put in the effort, and obviously, we do not know what they do behind the scenes to target new players as well. Point is, if they have a good marketing effort and the game is a lot more accessible at the start for players, I feel like that would really help them out a lot and go a really long way. So yeah, like I said at the start of the video, over the past 3 months, Wiz has been doing pretty good. Obviously, it's been free to play pretty often, I think all of December and January, and now they're bringing it back in a different shape and form. So I think they've actually seen some pretty good and positive results that they didn't really expect to have. So I'm very, very happy for them in that regard, and I really hope we can keep that, momentum going forward for Wiz. And another thing I want to bring up is something I saw on, I think it was a Ratbeard's stream. Correct me if I'm wrong if you guys know, but he said basically, we're gonna get like a gauntlet, a new raid, and a new world in the fall this year. And to me, that sounds like, things are on schedule, and they're actually, if anything, a little bit ahead of schedule with some updates, which I think is pretty darn cool. I think, if Wiz just gets more active updates like a lot of other games do nowadays, I think Wiz can do great. Again, if we combine that with getting more players into the game, both for PvE and PvP, I think things could be absolutely fantastic. Now, if this were to change, I want to talk about, what we would expect and what KingsIsle probably should do if, the membership model does change. Now, in my opinion, I think actually keeping a membership model in the game isn't terrible. I just think the membership model of limiting you from playing the game and leveling up is extremely bad and outdated. I like the idea of having a membership and getting cool rewards like the loyalty store, member benefits, stuff like that, maybe member discounts, more stuff like that. I think would be very, very neat in my opinion, and that's kind of just what I want to talk about here on this point, Some players thought of an idea, if this does ever happen, they could basically make it so if you have a membership, you can have all of the member benefits on if you have a membership. Or for example, let's say you have a member benefit but you have a membership, you get 3 times the benefits per weekend, and a normal player maybe just gets one or, you know, something like that, you know? I personally would lean a bit more towards just having like maybe 2 member benefits per week and have that cycle out. If you are an active member at all times, I think that would be really cool. Also, I really like to see the crown shop and the loyalty store be updated a lot more. I feel like they're just not updated enough. You know, I did post a video, I think last week, talking about that, how the crown shop is really outdated. And there's just not a lot of stuff to go for and buy in the crown shop, at least for like stitches. You know, a lot of people like to make, you know, stitches and gear. But the crown shop with like the wands and some of the gear is very restrictive with what you can do with your creativity. So I'd really like to see some updates there in general. So basically what I'm saying is they're just change the membership model up a bit, you know, add some more things to the membership to obviously create more incentive to want to have a membership, you know, because I do think they said they make a pretty decent chunk off membership sales. So if y'all can keep, you know, players interested in getting that membership, I think there would be little to no harm on that regard. And I also think that if they were going to go with this model, they're, like I said, they're really going to need to ramp up production in the crown shop and in the loyalty store, right? Because yeah, you might lose a little bit of money, or who knows, you might gain some money, right? But I think in the crown shop especially, Wiz is just really missing out on a market of, you know, again, I talked about this in my crown shop video. There's so many cool wands and stitches, and you know your players love to make stitches and outfits, but there's just like some of this stuff in the crown shop, like these wands, haven't been updated for years, you know? I think they could just simply reskin some of these older things, like make a life version of this yellow blade, so a life wizard might want to use it because it's a cool looking blade. I think stuff like that would just be great and simple quality of life updates. And obviously it would drive more sales as well and more monetization for KingsIsle, which I think obviously is really freaking cool. But let me know what you guys think about that point in the comments below. Then last but not least, I want to talk about how this would affect PvP. Now, right now, the PvP queue, at least at max level, is pretty dry and not that popular for the most part. I heard low level is also pretty bad, so PvP is just kind of hurting right now. I really think KingsIsle needs to try to get more players into PvP in general, but I think if we just get more people in the game and the devs can really think and crack down on a way to get more players into PvP, more incentive, again, you know, make something cool to grind for, like get 10 wins, get a new wand or something in PvP, stuff like that. I think that would really help out and keep a healthy queue going and, you know, make stuff more active in the PvP community as well. And obviously drive up player retention in the game. But, yeah, I think that's really all I got to cover in today's video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. I'm really interested to see what y'all have to say. I don't really know if this is like a hot take video or not, but I figured I would drop it and see how it does. And if you made it this far, as always, a like rating is always appreciated, and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.